everybody, and welcome to another True Story of Tinseltown. True Stories, because I've had a lot of them. And today my guest is Roy Whiting. Welcome.
Thanks for having me on.
My pleasure. And you know what, Roy, when I found that book, because I happen to be a Mayo lover, I've seen her films, and I thought she was great. And it's, to me, I like to see her getting, a notice, because she is something. And what made you choose to write this book about Bogie's other baby?
It's a really good question because it isn't the first thing that would come to mind, as far as writing a book for a lot of folks. It started years ago where some of my family members are interred in the city of Portland, and that's where I was born. And so when I would go visit family members there, I would have to walk right by Mayo's tomb, basically. And it actually even started a little before that, because before I even knew she was there, I had walked up to one of the people that was working there at the Portland Memorial. And I asked, is there anybody famous here? And Mayo was the first name that he gave me. He said, basically, Humphrey Bogart's wife, or one of his wives, is here. So as I went through time and would visit each Memorial Day to my family members there, I had to literally walk right past her crypt. And over time, I kind of kept asking the questions, and why doesn't anybody else know about this person? Because as I learned more, it was like, well, she was pretty big.
She was.
And I later came to realize she kind of hit a trifecta. I mean, not only was she literally on Broadway. Okay, for a lot of people, that alone is a significant accomplishment to make it in New York.
And she got great reviews as well. She was not just a bit part on Broadway. She did really well.
Right. Yeah, she was really at the top of her game. And then she makes it to Hollywood, in part because they needed people who could speak with the advent of talkies. And so she transitioned there. So she then makes it into Hollywood film, which is, again, another big thing. I mean, that's the second of these three things that I see that are really remarkable about her life. And then the third thing is that she marries arguably the number one leading man of all time, if you go by various polls that have been made about as far as the number one rated actor in Humphrey Bogart. So she went through those three accomplishments, and now it's hardly anybody really recalls who she was. And I came to realize that her stardom was a little part of her life. It was the middle part of her life. And what's been missing is her beginnings and the latter part of her life. And I'm used to a tidy story. I think a lot of people are. You kind of get used to seeing somebody developing, and then as they become famous, it gets bigger and bigger. And towards the end of their life, they're still doing things. In this case, she really kind of crested, and the real story and the backstory is on either side of the stardom. And I think that's one of the things that I was hoping to get to folks, to readers, was to get the whole story, set the record straight, because there is a lot of, she's basically a punchline to a lot of folks.
Exactly. Punchline, as you say, Sluggy, and that, the battling Bogarts. So she is literally a punchline, right?
There's a lot of drama, whether you're talking about when they get together or when they break up, and all the way in between.
This is a great book, you guys. I mean, we're touching on things, but there's so much in the book. You did such a great job, so well researched.
Thank you.
And I really enjoyed it.
And one of the things in writing the book, too, I realized she had always landed on her feet. I mean, whatever was thrown at her, a broken marriage or a difficulty with her career, she always was able to move up the ladder one more step. And it was at this point in writing the book, it was like, okay, what is she going to do now? She's like Houdini. I mean, she could almost always be counted on to take a bad situation and make something better out of it.
I just recommend Roy's book, and it's telling about Bogart as well. So it's just a really good book. And I think I'm so glad you did it, frankly, because I love her. And it was well done. I mean, you had to tell truths, and you did. Tell everybody the name again, please.
Yes, the book is Sluggy, Bogie's Other Baby, and the subtitle is Mayo Methot, star of stage, screen, and wife of Humphrey Bogart by Roy Whiting.
And it's wonderful. I loved reading it. It was, and like I said, I love her. She is an interesting person. For those of you who are not familiar with her, it's a really good book. It's a good read, and you get to know her. And I liked her so much, and I also felt sorry, but it's a wonderful book where you did such a great job. And I enjoyed every moment of reading it. It was very, very good. Also, I'm going to have a song that you wrote. Tell us the name of the song. It's beautiful, by the way. I've heard it.
Thank you. Yes, it's called Girl from the Past. Along with writing books, I also write music. And this one was written about an Oregon woman who passed away young. And I just thought it was appropriate to perhaps include it with your podcast because it's kind of haunting and in a way a very, very, I think, beautiful tribute to someone who's died early.
Yes, and it is. It's very beautiful, and we're going to play it out. And I will link you up with Roy. Tell everybody where they can find you. And you can get his book on Amazon or anywhere. And
yeah, you can check out my website, roywhiding.com. ROYWIDING.com. The specific book on Mayo, if you go to mayomethot.com, MAYOMETHOT.com, that's specifically dedicated to the book here that we've been talking about. But if they want information on my music and other books that I've written, they can go to roywhiding.com.
I will definitely link you up when I post. It'll all be linked. So no, and the book is great. I love the song. It's very beautiful, and I know you guys will too. And I want to thank you so much, Roy, for coming on and for being so patient and so wonderful. But hey, we got it done. Yay! Hoo.
We did. Thank you, Grace. It's been wonderful being with you. I really enjoy your great questions, and it's been an honor.
Well, it's an honor to have you on, and I really love that you wrote about Mayo because she's my girl. I like her a lot. So thank you so much, Roy. You were great, and it was so much fun having you. And
thank you again.
Thank you. And listen to his song, and I will link you guys up to his website and all that stuff. And you can listen to his other music, which is very good as well. So thank you, Roy, and bye, everybody. Thank you. Till next time.
There on the page, your story's told, trace of a life, it's a silhouette of one so young with such hope. Eternally, I saw your face, girl from the past. Why is it so hard to comprehend? We have a friend when sparrows fall.